Okay guys, before I start, do want to remind you, jump ropes are still available. You can get them only $16.50. You get a high quality aluminum handle with a swivel designed for maximum speed. You just can't go wrong. It's only $16.50. Get them while they still last. You can hit this card or the link will be down in the description below. What is going on, IF Warriors? It's your boy Edward V. And today we're gonna just have a little chat. I wanna talk about doing the OMAD diet and working out to build muscle. Be in a caloric surplus so that you can focus on, instead of losing weight, enhancing your ability to gain weight, to focus on building muscle. Now, I wasn't really going to make a video like this. Normally I do my normal video structure where I have the green screen and everything like that, and I break down certain elements in regards to intermittent fasting. Now let's get one thing out of the way. It isn't any secret that most of the people that watch my channel, one, they like intermittent fasting, and two, they're utilizing it primarily for burning fat, primarily for being efficient or because it's an easier way for them. Whatever the case may be, it's normally because of the fact that they want to burn fat. But then what do you do when you burn that fat, when the fat is gone or you get it down to a body fat percentage that you're comfortable with, and then you want to move into the bodybuilding part of the whole equation to be, you know, fit or to gain muscle or whatever it is. Now, a YouTuber by the name of AlphaDestiny recently made a video where he's talking specifically about this and how he's no longer doing the OMAD protocol because he needs to build muscle, and how it's affecting him in getting the macros and getting the micronutrients and getting the calories and putting all of that in one chunk to build muscle, to actually try to be at a surplus, and not only just be at a surplus, but do it while eating healthy foods. And he feels that OMAD is getting in the way of that. And as much of a shock as this might come to everyone, I agree with his position. I agree with his decision to decide not to do OMAD. And let me erase some of the misconceptions that people may have for this channel just quickly. This channel is not telling you to do intermittent fasting. As confusing as that might sound, this channel is not telling you that everything else doesn't work, you have to do intermittent fasting. No, what this channel's primary function is, the function for this channel is to provide you with intermittent fasting information. And every now and then I might do something else related to fitness, but primarily is focused on providing intermittent fasting information to you, because all the other channels are not going to be as potent as this channel in focusing on every single aspect of intermittent fasting. So if you need those questions answered, you can come to this channel. That doesn't mean that intermittent fasting is the only thing that you can do for weight loss. That doesn't mean that. And for my viewers and for my subscribers, I want you to know that the more important thing lies in the fact that you can follow a program for the rest of your life. And that is what I've always said in this channel, even introducing intermittent fasting protocols. OMAD is very powerful, yes, because of the longevity of the fast, because of the utilization of fat for energy, utilizing ketones in the liver that are providing the energy source via the body fat, certain things like that that access body and protect other portions, the lean mass, much greater because the body is switching over. It's the metabolic switch. When utilizing intermittent fasting, yes, those elements are there. Thus, it is good to use intermittent fasting to focus on body fat. Now, if you want to build muscle and you find it hard for you to eat one meal a day, to cram in your micros, your macros, your calories, and it's too much and you can't do it. Every day you're doing it, you're force feeding yourself, you feel horrible because you just can't pull it off, then you don't have to do it. It's not a be all end all. Even as crazy as this sounds, if eating 6 meals a day for you, which I can't even fathom how anyone would love to do that, but even if that was a thing that you felt you needed to do so that you can be in this diet for the rest of your life, if you can somehow eat 6 meals a day for the rest of your life, then you could leave all the rest of the stuff that intermittent fasting may give you on the table. You can leave that on the fat oxidation, utilization, ketone bodies, all of that. You can leave it on the table to pursue that easier thing that will put you in better health, because being at a caloric restriction will still improve your health. Intermittent fasting has its own specific health benefits that it can introduce, but being at a caloric restriction, losing visceral body fat, that will put you in better health. So if you can't be healthy doing one thing and you can be healthier doing the other thing, then do that other thing. This channel is not to force the world to do intermittent fasting. So I've gotten this question a lot, and maybe it's because of this video that AlphaDestiny put out, maybe it's not. Whatever the case may be. Yes, I am a proponent for the 1 meal a day. And I think that 1 meal a day, in terms of the body fat burning, because that metabolic switch doesn't happen right away, it takes 8 to 12 hours for your body to do that switchover effect, roughly. Obviously, people are different. People might be on the lower end of the spectrum. People might be on the higher end. But roughly, based on the studies that were conducted, 8 to 12 hours is that time frame where the switch can take place. So thus, from that point forward, you're burning body fat, which means that the longer you fast, the better it is for you in terms of being optimal and burning that body fat. But if it's uncomfortable and you can't do it because it's so uncomfortable, then you shouldn't do it. If other things make you comfortable and will get you to a position where you can burn fat, become lean, become healthier, whatever the case may be, if those other things let you do that, you shouldn't even be looking towards intermittent fasting if those other things already work for you. This channel is not to tell you stop doing what you're doing that's working. If it's working for you, then fine. So AlphaDestiny basically explained how it was extremely difficult for him to do it. He will feel super full. It was nauseating basically for him to pull that off. And he just decided no, he doesn't want to do that. So he moved into a more traditional intermittent fasting protocol. I'm assuming maybe the 16-8 protocol, which is 16 hours fasting, 8 hours eating. Perfect, fine. He's still getting intermittent fasting benefits. It's not as crazy, as potent as 1 meal, but it's still there. And he's comfortable, so he'll adhere to his diet or regimen much easier for the rest of his life. If you cannot create the pieces that allow you to do this for the rest of your life, you're playing a losing game no matter what. And that's simply what the premise of this video is. Adherence. Adherence is the thing that topples everything else. Adherence is more important than intermittent fasting in and of itself. And I don't want to confuse anybody. I want you to understand that intermittent fasting has benefits, has unique benefits to it, as I've explained in so many videos in the past. But ultimately, adherence is where you will finally land. Adherence is what will determine success for the rest of your life. All the technicalities, all of the things that one can get from any specific diet are all short-term. Even the amazing things that you can get from intermittent fasting are short-term if you don't have the adherence to the diet. The adherence will always be the #1 reason why you should do something and why you shouldn't do something. Can you train your body? Can you become better at something? Yes, but if you see that you're training your body, you've done all these things, and you still get that inclination that you cannot do this, and it still feels like a chore. It can't feel like a chore. Yes, it might feel like somewhat of a disruption because you're just not eating willy-nilly or whatever you want, but it can't feel like a day in, day out chore that's just aggravating. If it feels like that, then you're eating away at the adherence, and that's not what you want to do. So yes, I congratulate AlphaDestiny for trying something, wanting it to work, seeing that, yeah, I just can't do this, and then switching to a different intermittent fasting protocol because it didn't work. And hey, if he switched to no intermittent fasting protocol, I would still congratulate him, because what matters is what he can do for the rest of his life. So I hope that cleared a lot of questions that you guys may have had in regards to OMAD and building muscle. Can you build muscle with OMAD? Yes. If you have the ability to eat all that food, to consume it, and do it comfortably every single day, day in, day out, to be at a caloric surplus, to make sure you're eating healthy at a caloric surplus, and to make sure you're getting your macronutrients and your micronutrients, to make sure you're getting all of those things. If you can do it and you feel comfortable, then good on you. You can do the OMAD protocol to build muscle. So again, I hope this clears up a lot of questions. I've gotten so many questions in regards to using OMAD for building muscle. I've always said that the 16-8 is probably better because of that surplus that you have to be in, but it's up to you. Whatever is more comfortable for you. If the warrior diet works for you, the warrior diet works for you. If OMAD works for you, OMAD works for you. The number one thing that I want you to leave with when it comes to this video is that adherence is the number one most important thing. And of course, guys, I want to thank my patrons from my Patreon, and I'm going to put their names right up here. And of course, guys, I'll see you on Wednesday for another FAQ. Peace.